Hello and welcome to Inside Indian Football episode number 57. Lots of stuff to talk about. Last night, late last night, Khel broke to, I think, big, you can say, in terms of the impact both the stories can have. One was for FC Goa and one was for Odisha and, you can say Mumbai City FC. Straight away, I think you guys might have read it. Thank you guys for waiting. I can already see lots of questions, lots of comments. Bit late. Actually, the actual head of production was not here in the studio today, so we took some time to adjust the lighting and all. I'm not sure the quality is same and all. So thank you for everybody for joining in. To this is episode number 57, by the way, and lots of stuff to talk about. Of course, India have qualified for the AFC Asian Cup 2023. Currently, India are in the pot 4 of the draw. If draw take place tonight, but hopefully by the time draw take place, we'll have a better ranking. And after the match, Mr. Stimac went on the complete rant against Indian government, AIFF, ISL clubs, I-League structure, ISL structure. So I think we have to touch upon it. I think, of course, nothing to blame the coach here, and I think he was holding it till very late. But I will give my thoughts over it. I will discuss the point he have given, regarding the foreigners in I-League, the way he said the Indian players selected by me should play at their club. I don't agree with that statement though, because I will discuss about that statement a bit later on. There are some transfer stories which we need to discuss, and there's a transfer phenomena I want to discuss also, because nowadays for football fans in India, especially Indian football fans in India, they just want to they just want transfer news, I think, and sometimes it became a bit of frustrating for, say, people who are working in the industry, who are trying to bring major other issues up front. Fans don't give value to it. Say if I have given any major issue which is disturbing Indian football, it will be there for a couple of hours, and then there another big transfer news comes. Transfer news overshadow everything. So that's thing. I think that's the demand of the industry right now for us also. And even if I want to give you the names of your favorite clubs signing coaches right now, I can't give. You have seen the example last night. We will want to break each and news every time when we can, so that we can get the maximum viewership on our website. It is not possible. Yesterday we got 2 back-to-back news. We have to take it out yesterday only, because you never know which some other people or some other organization might take the news out. So I think people need to understand that कि हम जानबूझ के आपके लिए transfer stories रोक के नहीं रखते हैं. We also want to give it out to you guys, but sometimes you have to trust your connections, their request. वो भी friends हैं, connections ही हैं, तो आप उनको offend नहीं कर सकते, because they are working, and it happened in past. The names have come out in public and वो transfer नहीं होता है बाद में, because of that reason, just because it news बाहर आ गई है. So I think fans need to be patient about this thing with their club, and this happened with to give an example with Bengaluru FC coach. He was this much a signature away to join a club, by the way, and that time that news could have been broken by us or anybody if they knew it, because it was look like a done deal, and 2 days later he joined Bengaluru FC. So I think that's the thing. People are transfer window have just opened. I have told you guys, if any clubs, not as any club, wait till the end of the transfer window, especially European transfer window, will help them to sign players for the cheaper price, good players, and they might have a bigger pool of player available, because some of these players doesn't get the good offer from the European clubs. Then they look for Asia, US, at these kind of countries. So I think that's the thing I want to talk about. Keep the faith over your club. They are working over it. It's not sometimes easy. There are various clauses, everything they need to discuss, and that's why things takes time, and मैं हिंदी बोल सकता हूँ भाई, सचिन भाई टेंशन मत लो. एंड दैट्स द रीज़न ऑल्सो आई वांट टॉक अबाउट दैट कि कभी एकदम से हमें निकालना पड़ता है न्यूज़ बाहर, कभी नहीं निकाल सकते हैं, तो वो उसका बहुत कॉम्बिनेशन होते हैं. तो चाह के भी मैं नाम नहीं दे पाता इस शो पे, देना भी चाहता हूँ तब भी नहीं देता. बट आई हैव ड्रॉप्ड इनफ हिंट्स which you guys can work upon, like the coaches for Bengaluru FC and for example Jamshedpur FC, that they will be the English coaches. Jamshedpur FC, I'm not sure why it is taking a lot of time for them to done their coach, but it's still not done, by the way. And even to give an example, Chennai FC, they have taken interview of various coaches, and when they announced the signing of the coach Thomas Braderick, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing it wrong, Thomas I will say. When they announced the signing of Thomas, they have spoken to Spanish coach, English coach in Stephen Constant, another English coach, and ultimately there are various stuff before coach announced the signing. I think interesting signing by Chennai FC, by the way. Not sure because he doesn't have the experience of coaching outside Europe and Germany, especially you can say. His career overall, I think it was in Germany, if you can see. So I think that's another challenge. I'm not sure that what is will there be a language barrier? How much English he knows? Considering German coaches nowadays, they understand or they speak good English. So I think that should not be an issue. But I think interesting signing by Chennai FC. I'm not sure how I can rate this. I think another signing for which we need to wait. Wait till till we see his team in pre-season to give any verdict upon. I think again there are clubs now who believe they need ISL proven coaches. There are clubs who are happy to give chances to the coaches from say unknown coaches in the Asia or Indian football. So I think it can work sometime, it cannot. So I think interesting from Chennai FC, by the way. I think I will say they have taken a risk. Chennai FC have been big ISL team, by the way, considering they have been playing regularly in playoff in the initial part of the ISL, and last couple of season only since Owain Covell left, where they finished as a runner-up, I remember. I think they have not done well, and they will. And fans believe that the commitment from the owners or the management side, it is not fully there. Because of the rumors of the merger of rumors, I can say they were not rumors, merger of Chennai FC with Chennai City FC, and that's why fans started becoming bit impatient, bit worried, and I think ultimately when that rumored merger went away, I think the fans started again believing that but I think Chennai FC is a big ISL club, and this appointment of their coach looks like a bit risky to me. Considering now ISL is becoming tough and tough. We have seen last year, couple of years, 2 new clubs joining the top 4 kind of stuff. One is, of course, Kerala Blaster coming back into the fold. Jamshedpur FC, Hyderabad FC, 3 clubs now they are in the top 4 kind of a structure who are not there earlier. And plus you have to add ATK Mohun Bagan, FC Goa, Bengaluru FC, Mumbai City FC. 7 I think you can say good side, settled side, who have a good squad with them. Now Chennai FC have that challenge to enter that big 6 or big 7, whatever you want. I will say big 7, top 7 at this point. Clubs who are disturbed right now: East Bengal, still no agreement with this. They are the investor. That's one. Second, I think Northeast United, still not sure that what is their approach. They went with Khalid. Then there was a technical director who left. Then Khalid came. Control was given to Khalid. Then another technical director came. Control taken away from Khalid. And now that technical director is kind of doing everything. So I am not understanding what Northeast United wants to do in ISL as of now. Do they want to give an example, develop the young players and sell them across like they did with Apuya, or if they want to do it, I think they need to get a coach who's there for long term, who can develop players and sign these young players. Don't allow them to go, something like Gibson, who went to Kerala Blaster, should have gone to Northeast United. It actually, what happened is, there are clubs, the players, especially the Indian players right now, who are the top Indian players or young Indian players coming, they don't see the similar vision from Northeast United as compared to, say at this point, Bengaluru FC, FC Goa, Kerala Blaster. Northeast doesn't have a reserve team. So if any young player who is not at the ISL level right now, why he will sign with Northeast United? So I think I'm worried about that in the long term future, what Northeast United want to do. I think if they don't, I think they can come and say, we are here to develop the game in Northeast region of India, and we are here to give the game time and develop the players from the Northeast region. I think fans will support them for that, and then settle your coaching staff, settle your ambitions, and build your team accordingly. But I think every season we see a new strategy, new tactics, new person in control over everything, and there is no continuity over it. Clubs who are doing well in recent time, to give an example, Kerala has done well in under Ivan. Sporting director is continuing, coach is continuing. To give an example, Hyderabad FC, when they replaced Albert Roca with Manolo, and it was a recommendation of Albert Roca for sure, the continuity was there. Bengaluru, FC Goa is another example. They have been following a similar kind of strategy altogether. Bengaluru FC, who is kind of one of the one of the pioneer clubs in terms of professional stuff in Indian football. When they started going here and there, then they started struggling for the results, and and when they started not able to replace the big striker in Miku in form, they brought various strikers from various reasons. It didn't work. So I think now what I want to tell for the fans, they hope the clubs have a vision now, because ultimately relegation will be there in 2 to 3 years, 24-25 season. I think relegation will be there, and if, to give an example, East Bengal, Northeast United, they don't get the vision in place by now, I think they might get relegated. And once you get into I-League, just like Championship in England, I-League can become a dodgy league to come out of. Of course you can have a big budget, but I-League games, you never know. You can play 2 p.m. in Kolkata in hot summer, or in Northeast, going to Aizawl or going to Manipur for away game. It might become a bit trickier too, and then you might be in the loop of this I-League. So I think clubs who doesn't have particular vision and strategy right now should start getting that. They will not get this immunity of not relegation very long. I think it's 2-3 years now. We are in 22-23 season. I think this upcoming season, 23-24 season, 2 season, and afterward 24-25, I think relegation will come into fold according to AFC roadmap, which I think, let me go through AFC roadmap again. We have the graphics. The roadmap have very, I think it's 24-25 season, but the relegation need to come into fold, and I think once relegation comes, it will be not easy for a club like Northeast United, or for a club like East Bengal, who I'm not. See, again with East Bengal, when they get Sri Cement as an investor, look like they have a settle, but again there was an issue with their management. East Bengal can always get a big investor in board because they have a legacy and their fans and everything, but the old officials need to kind of put their hands down and say that okay, they allow the new investor to manage the club, but that's not happening. On the vice versa, I think Northeast United, hopefully they understand that what they want to do in, say, by this season, and once we get into the relegation season, it is not going to get easy. For example, couple of years back, go to the, say, 27-2018, Mumbai City FC was kind of a mid-table club. Kerala Blaster was not doing well that time also. Yeah, in the 24-25 season we'll have the relegation, by the way, and that's so it's just 2 seasons between, including the upcoming season. So I think clubs need to get their vision in short and decide what they want to do. So let's straight away go to the questions now. Lots of questions already before I give the update. This and we'll talk about Stimac and his press conference. By the way, give me some time over that. कई लोग कह रहे हैं घमंड है, अग्निपथ का प्रिपरेशन कौन कर रहा है, कहते हैं ऐसा करेगा. I understand why Jamshedpur FC fans are sad. They had a great season last season, and now fans might have felt, of course, the announcement of Owen leaving the club, the announcement of few Indian players going away. They have to understand the club is working over the coach and the other players to come in. So I think fans need to just not to be that worried. सीधी प्रसाद, आप इतना घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है. ट्रांसफर विंडो जस्ट स्टार्ट हुआ है, अभी बहुत टाइम है, जुलाई का पूरा महीना है जहाँ पे मेजॉरिटी डील्स होती हैं. Only, of course, to give an example, FC Goa has, if they're doing the foreign signing right now, they have built that scouting network for the years in Spain, and they have a recommendation of their former Spanish players who have with them, who recommend these foreigners, and then they have to do it. So I think don't worry, your club will be able to, give you the good news very soon, and I think Jamshedpur FC coach should be done any moment from now. Hi boy, any Sandesh? Still not decided. I think it should be decided in next couple of days. As of now, there is no foreign offer on plate for him. What I heard, So I think maybe he will stay at ATK Mohun Bagan at this stage, because looks like that, of course, India is going to play AFC Asian Cup next year, and he will not risk going out and sitting the bench to risk his place at the national team. So I'm sure Stimac will want him to play regularly, because he himself said, players I'm selecting as a club should play them. So I think that should be with this should be with the Sandesh. I think he might stay in India, if you ask me. That's I have taken. Like only Indian players in I-League, Mr. Peppermint says. I will come on the FC Goa signing which we broke yesterday, last night. That just give me 1 second. Let me see if I miss any important question. Why there still seems relevant amongst Indian clubs to give chance to Indian coaches instead of relatively lesser known European names, says Munal. I think Khalid experiment has not worked with, they kind of worked or not worked, you can say, with Northeast United. Khalid, when he, when he inherited Gerard Ness team, he did well, but Gerard Ness built the team around. Khalid failed, you can't say Khalid completely failed in next season. You don't have that kind of resources at Northeast United to build team which other clubs have, and of course internal politics and everything alongside. Then Khalid got sacked in after that, got sacked last season, was not sacked, but of course he is not there. I think of course they are good coaches. Derek has done well in the limited opportunities he got with the FC Goa. Nausad Musa for Bangalore FC didn't impress many, so I think that's another thing. But I still feel the top Indian coaches can do the job, but still it depends on the vision of the club. So I think still it will take couple of seasons. Why clubs are reluctant to give? I will say because they feel that, to give an example, say Mumbai City FC have a top coach, Kerala Blasters have a top coach, I am a Chennai FC, and if I bring the Indian coach in, will the Chennai FC fans support the idea of of an Indian coach? And they might feel club is lacking the ambition to do well. They just want to settle for the minimum. I think that's another reason where club management are afraid to go with Indian coach, because that might give a negative message among their fan base. How do you rate Miranda signing? I think Kerala Blaster down the 3-4 years down the line, if you see Jessel left back, last season they signed Vinci also. So they have been doing scouting in Goa Pro League and bringing those players in, and they have done well for Kerala Blaster. For they are, of course, they have cost them money in terms of transfer fee, but they are not much transfer fee, by the way, if you compare. And they come into squad and do a particular role for them to fill this spot and give them some variety over the selection. So I think Bayes Miranda is another tricky left-footer striker, left-footed winger, can play on the both sides of the wing, and I think they are looking for the wingers for sure. Because that's the reason they are also interested in VP Soher, and it's still not done. But of course I think Kerala need wingers, so last season they played something like Sahel on the right wing. So I think let's see. Of course it's a young player, don't put lots of hopes over his shoulder, I think, but to give him chance. I think he will impress Kerala Blaster fans, and I think he is the player. If he gets good opportunity, get a good atmosphere, Kerala Blaster fans will love him. That's what I've seen him in I-League and everything. ATK Monga, new foreign forward player. That will come over. I will come over by the team. Just give me 1 second. I don't want to miss any questions. Issue is people. Yeah, don't repeat the questions. I will try to take each and every question, but आप बहुत questions repeat करते हो, तो दिक्कत हो जाती है. Yeah, Steemac has tweeted today that he wants the camp of the national team in Kerala in September. I think not a bad time to play in Kerala, post monsoon, September. It will be decent, and then Kerala government has a tie-up kind of a partnership with the Indian AFF. So I think that's the reason he might be putting Kerala name up front. But I think it's good. As I said, I think Kerala Blaster fans and the overall coaching deserve. I still feel that we might need a bit better stadium to do the national team match. I really like the Greenfield Stadium in where the SAF Championship took place. I think that stadium looks more of a international quality than the Jawaharlal Nehru Kochi Stadium. Kochi Stadium looks more like a cricket stadium from TV especially. I think that stadium in the Greenfield Stadium, if you remember the name correctly, I think looks more interesting, and I think it's Kerala fans need to tell where they want India to play, in Kochi or in Greenfield Stadium. Please throw some light of ATK on my Australian signing. I will throw the light, just wait. Same questions. So let's come over. Yesterday we have done the story that Vineet Rai have signed, not signed, but I think he is set to stay at Mumbai City FC. the deal between Mumbai City FC and Odisha FC is getting discussed. The structure of the deal, how much transfer fee they need to pay and everything. I think a little rumor of him going to ATK Mohun Bagan, then other clubs also rumors came, but I think it looks like that he will stay at Mumbai City FC, and I think there's a reason behind he went on loan when he's kind of a captain for Odisha FC last season. So I think he's going to set to stay. Also, we broke last night that FC Goa set to sign the Iker for 2-year deal, multi-year deal. I think, and a signing which again a utility forward player who can play in the multiple position, and I think who's done well in the Spanish lower division football. Sometimes people might say that he is not playing the La Liga level, but again you have to see the players who have done well are in ISL, who have come at this similar kind of a profile at the similar age group. They are not very old, they are not very young, they are in mid 20s or late 20s, and they have done well in ISL. So I think that's another kind of a signing for for FC Goa. And by the way, there was another ISL club who was very serious about Iker, but I think ultimately it looks like the FC Goa has kind of got nod over, and he was wanted in Europe also. But I think again they have acted smartly, FC Goa, in the transfer market. They have taken the target one by one, and they got Alvaro Vasquez, who was in demand in ISL first, and now they have got Iker, who is kind of in demand in Spain also, in India also, to get over. I think now, of course, their centre back is still not done. The name might have not come, but I think it will take some time before they can get, not much time, but I think a couple of days more before they can get centre back done. FC Goa is trying to get the business early. I think they have done it in past also, because their scouting system is kind of advanced compared to the other ISL teams, especially the ISL team like say Jamshedpur FC or Northeast United, or even so they identify the targets early, and they kind of done it. Last season he had 14 goals, 3 assists. So I think can play anywhere in the front. So people are thinking he's a left winger. People are thinking that he will play on the wing. He can play as a centre forward. That's what I was watching his video on the scouting platform. Can play on the attacking midfield position also. So I think, and also people think that he is Ortiz Mendoza like-to-like replacement, or he is Albert Nogueira like-to-like replacement. I think it's not that they're thinking about him that he's Ortiz Mendoza replacement. They're thinking about him as a profile that who can play anywhere up front, which I think Ortiz Mendoza can. Ortiz Mendoza played for them anywhere up front. He played as centre forward, played on left wing, played on right wing. But I think in terms of utility, in terms of the experience of playing on the various positions, I think Iker has more experience playing in each and every attacking position. So I think he will of course going to give FC Goa lots of option. Again, remember, only 4 foreigners are allowed in the playing 11 now. So I think you need these kind of players who can play in various positions. The season is going to be a bit longer now. Of course, the season is going to start early. The matches are on the weekend, so of course you need a pool of players who are at very similar levels. So there is not much drop in the performance when some of these players rest or they get injured. So I think that's an Iker, one of the top signing. I think, of course, Alvaro Vasquez last season when he came, I was told that he will impress fan. I still felt his season with Kerala Blaster was not that good the way the potential he has. I think we might see a better version of Alvaro in FC Goa. So let's see. I think that's with FC Goa, and of course the other signing, I think they are in more advanced stage compared to other clubs to get their other foreigners also done. There is of course a couple of foreign players at multiple ISL clubs who are at the very advanced stage to be getting done. That's what I'm told today. So I will not take club names as of now, but I think we will see them getting kind of getting done. By the way, I think in next, I don't want to put timeline, but the timeline डालना अच्छा नहीं लगता. But I think next 4-5 days we will see players getting linked or players getting confirmed for various ISL club, not just 1 or 2 club. That's one thing for sure. That's one thing I know. Another thing about Roy Krishna, I think looks at this stage, I still feel 70% chances are Roy Krishna playing outside India, in Australia or in anywhere else. I think 30% in India, depending on how Indian clubs see him right now. His demand of salary is huge. It's not just salary which ATK Mohun was giving him. The others, not benefits I will say, but other stuff which foreign players ask for, business class ticket, the stay over 5-star hotel, family and everything. So I think it's overall package which might cost more than say 3 crores to ISL clubs. So I think and now this performance also dipped. So will ISL clubs, say for example, Kerala Blaster take a risk where they have recently worked upon improving their salary structure, go on sign Roy Krishna say for 3+ crore rupees? I think that's another big question you have to ask. And I think of course the clubs will be interested over him, but it looks like at this stage, I personally feel, I am not told by anyone, that 70% chances are of him playing outside India, not in India. Dr. S.Y. Qureshi sir said ISL will be top league in India, but he said AFC roadmap will be put in the draft constitution. FSDL and ISL club cannot escape promotion relegation. I think no one from ISL or ISL clubs or FSDL said that they will go into escape from promotion relegation. You have to see last 2 years, 3 years, how ISL clubs have worked or FSDL overall league have worked towards getting into promotion relegation. That's the reason East Bengal Mohun Bagan came into ISL, by the way. And that's the reason also they have told I-League clubs when they can get promoted, and they have been working on the financial structure also. If club is not paying the franchisee fee, what the club will get, what will not get. So these things are worked upon. So I think I am not given any information that ISL clubs, ISL as a league wants to get away from promotion relegation. Promotion have been planned. I think you see 2 clubs have already come into the ISL, and the relegation part, of course it will get implemented when the 24-25 season starts. So I think I am not told by anybody that they want to get get away from the promotion relegation. Regarding ATK Mohun Bagan, I think couple of players, ATK Mohun Bagan, again the last update, still I have the same update that they are looking for 2 foreign strikers, or you can say 2 attacking players. Still, I am not told they have signed anybody on papers. Of course, they are close to done, but I am still not told the names or the is the deal done. Another Australian player, by the way, is signed by another ISL, said to be signed by another ISL club, defender, most likely. I think, and he is going to go to the club who have already win the league shield, if I can say that. So I think it's look very close at this stage, but still not done. So can't say any name of the club, but I've given you the I don't like to get into the hints of the game of the hints and everything, but I think I can say that मैं अभी उतना ही बोल सकता हूँ, ज़्यादा नहीं बोल सकता हूँ. Do you think India should move to WAF or AFF zone in order to improve? I think we should move, but there's a reason we are not moving, because politically that will send the wrong message to among the SAF nations, and we know that of course this is not geopolitical show and I'm not geopolitical expert, but we all know about the China's influence over the South Asian countries, in Sri Lanka, say in Nepal, in Maldives recently. So I think if India leaves SAF, that doesn't give any political good reason, and that's the reason India is not going to leave SAF. And it's not a new topic, by the way. We have been discussing of India leaving SAF since 2009, when Sushil Singh batch of India under-23 team went and won the SAF, and that from that year onwards there was a discussion of India should move in ASEAN or in Central Asia. But I think I told you, India can go as a guest country, but India is not going to leave SAF at any cost. By any update on Bengaluru FC foreign players other than Roy Krishna? Bengaluru FC, I think there have been talks with couple of players, foreign players who played in ISL in recent years. So I think, but still the deals are not anywhere close to be done. So we have to wait for that also. Odisha FC, the coach has been done. They have identified their foreign players. The coach is going to those profiles now. I think we have to wait for them to complete those signing. It's so painful to hear other teams new signing. To not hear any updates from my favorite club. New literally we are champions of India, but getting the news about signing of the coach. CD Prasad भाई, मैं आपको पहले भी बोला था, आई थिंक कुछ दिन और रुक जाओ. आई थिंक यू विल हियर अबाउट द न्यूज़ ऑफ योर क्लब एंड एवरीथिंग. Again, I will not say that any particular club is not working right now to do their signing everything. They are working over it, and sometimes it take time. And as I told you, why? Because कभी चीज़ें आपके हाथ में नहीं होती हैं. सामने वाला प्लेयर जो होता है, कोच जो होता है, उनके हाथ में भी चीज़ें होती हैं, नेगोशिएशन होता है. So even if club wants to do signing today, they can't do signing because it's a both signature is needed from both the side, from the club side also or from the player side or coach side also. So I think you have to wait for the right time. I can't say anything at this stage. FC Goa, I don't have non-Spanish player winger update as of now. Only update we had yesterday was Iker joining the FC Goa. That's we have given. Actually, do you think Roy Krishna deserve huge salary after his performance decreasing season after season? He's getting older and older. I think he should reduce salary. So I think that's what club need to be smart with. Don't go for player on a fat contract. Might not be. But then there is Ogbeche, who is older than Roy Krishna and who is doing well in ISL. Regularly leaving the club, getting good salary. Now, first time he's set to stay at same club which he was played in last season at Hyderabad. So I think it's depending on what kind of player is. You can say he got his performance dipped at ATK Mohun Bagan, but there was a change of coach also, change of playing style also, and which Roy Krishna has pointed out. That he liked to play more under Havas compared to Juan. So I think Juan plays different football, and that's why we've seen Roy Krishna not getting the success. Maybe David Williams getting better success under Juan, but I think it's look very. From last season onwards only that ATK Mohun will move away from David Williams and Roy Krishna. So I think they plan for it, and let's see who they come and replace it. And it might happen they got a very good profile and that profile come to India and doesn't do well. So I think fans might believe that you could have retained Roy Krishna, but I think there is always a chance of not getting success with signings. But I think they have ATK Mohun decided way back that they want to move away from the Roy Krishna and David Williams both. Sir, why don't you cover other sports than football and kabaddi like badminton? Sarvesh, I think plan है badminton वगैरह cover करने का. Of course, we'll start with the Commonwealth Games. Bandwidth is an issue, we can say, and the engagement. Indian football, of course, have been bread and butter for us for the years. We started with this platform was started with Indian football, not the European football. And when we launched in 2016, and then we slowly got into kabaddi, and we did covered Olympic sports and badminton on website, by the way. So all the updates of badminton are there on website. You can go, but of course on YouTube we will going to start the shows slowly and see that how people take it, because the interest for other sports in India comes handy only when Commonwealth Games, Asian Games, Olympics are going on. So I think वो सब कुछ चीजें देखनी पड़ती हैं, but we'll start that also very soon. Hugo Bumo, Aminder Singh leaving. ATK update. I think I have not heard anything of Aminder Singh leaving. Hugo, I think I've said this in past, last week only, that if he leaves, they need to pay transfer fee, whichever club they want to sign, and the kind of salary he's on, I don't think any Indian club is going to take him. He's not going to go back to Mumbai, for example, or not to even FC Goa. So I think only club who can give him that transfer fee and sign him at Bengaluru FC, and recent time Bengaluru FC have been also kind of going very sign their player very smartly, not on big contracts. So I think another thing, because to give an example, they could have signed Roy Krishna to replace Miku, by the way, but they didn't. And Roy Krishna salary demand was more than other striker they've signed. So I think Hugo I'm not seeing playing in ISL for any other club other than ATK Mohun Bagan. But if he leaves, he will be going outside India. How do you rate JRD Sports Complex and Jamshedpur as a team? Can we host men's national team camps and games? We have done with women's team. I always feel something special in JFC. The JRD Tata Complex Stadium is the stadium I want to go. I think, of course, there are the emotions with the Tatas for every Indian who have been born in 90s. So that's one thing. Heard about about the local tournament getting very good kind of a support from the Jamshedpur fans. Way before Jamshedpur FC came in picture, the Tata Football Academy games at the state league or the city league, whichever there in Jamshedpur were kind of a not houseful, but kind of a very good crowd. So I think I'm really want to now the COVID has hopefully, finger crossed, have gone. This upcoming season I have a plan to go and watch games at the various ISL centers. I think Kolkata, maybe Kolkata Derby, Kochi, that's one stadium I really want to. I think Jamshedpur FC and Northeast United will be the two more stadiums which I really want to visit in this upcoming season. So I think, but only think sometime with Jamshedpur for the national team games might be the requirement of international airport, which can get, that's another reason where see if Jamshedpur FC qualifies for the FC Champions League, where they play the matches of the Asia, because the AFC criteria is very strict about that. You need an international airport at the home, near the home ground, near the home stadium of the club. So I think let's see how they tackle the situation.
लेकिन सर इंडिया में बैडमिंटन इंडियन फुटबॉल से तो ज़्यादा पॉपुलर है ना? दैट्स वेरी ट्रिकी सर्विश। देखो जब ओलंपिक्स वगैरह होता है यू कैन से कि बैडमिंटन हाईलाइट कर सकता है फुटबॉल को, पर इंडियन फुटबॉल की ग्रोथ एंड फैन फॉलोइंग थ्रू आउट द ईयर्स है. It's not the seasonal kind of a fan following. These I know fans who are there for years following badminton also and Indian football also. But I think it's not fair to compare two growing sports in terms of TRP. TV rating के हिसाब से आपको बता देता हूँ. नंबर 1 is cricket in India, number 2 is football, and number 3 is Indian football. By the way, badminton is number 3 in terms of the TRP. If we don't have any terms and मतलब numbers नहीं है, stats नहीं है to judge the popularity of the sport, but TRP के through आप देख सकते हो. What's your opinion of MLS deal with the Apple? Can you explain the deal? How different that deal from other broadcasting deal? What should learn from that things should not take? I think not aware. I have not read about the Apple deal. Maybe it's a broadcasting deal, but to give an example, with now clubs have started signing independent deals with the broadcasters. We have seen Amazon doing various documentaries, all or nothing, with various clubs. I think that will come into the Indian football very soon. I think because, but again, it depends on what kind of success and what kind of brand ISL or Indian football can build in upcoming years. And I think US sports is all about commercial. It's all about commercialization of the sports in US. So I think they will not miss any chance to commercialize any sports. Leave football aside. I have to go through that Apple. I have not read about it, so I can't say anything right now. Why not in national championship under 50, under 70 for both boys and girls? We should play a round robin match. 34 states will participate. 34 nations in a whole year. What's your opinion? So होता है happy horse. National championship under 14. अंडर 16 अंडर 18 होती है. बॉयज गर्ल्स बोथ. बहुत छोटा होता है, बट ऑनेस्टली बताऊं तो 15-20 दिन का होता टूर्नामेंट निपट जाता है. कई बार पहले रीजनल क्वालिफायर्स होते हैं, फिर फाइनल टूर्नामेंट होता है, जस्ट लाइक संतोष ट्रॉफी बाय द वे. फिर एक यूथ लीग्स भी होती हैं जहाँ क्लब्स और अकेडमीज खेलती हैं. ये सब कोविड से पहले होता था, बट अभी तक कोई अपडेट नहीं है कि कोविड के बाद ये सब कब होगा, कैसे होगा. एंड बिकॉज कंसिडरिंग क्रिकेट में रणजी ट्रॉफी रिज्यूम हो गई है, रीजनल क्रिकेट रिज्यूम हो गया है, फुटबॉल में अब तक कोई अपडेट नहीं है कि कब ये सब रिज्यूम होगा कि नहीं होगा. ब्रो बट सर इफ यू चेक ट्विटर फॉलोअर्स देन सानिया नेहवाल has 9 million, PV Sundar 4 million, Sunil Chhetri has just 1 million. I think that's another criteria, but again then TRP is another criteria, that to judge, कि football has more TRP. I'm not sure of Sunil Chhetri's Twitter fan following less than, but Saina Nehwal, PV Sundar has played in Olympics. As I told you, during the Olympics, cricket fans also start watching, the Olympic sports. So that time, of course, the fan following will increase, and they won the Olympic medal, by the way. Sunil Chhetri have nearly 2 million on, on Instagram. Let's check for PV Sindhu, and she has 3.1 million. So of course. But overall game की popularity, you can't say badminton is more popular than the football. To give an example, how many domestic badminton tournaments people watch, in India, in stadium or in TV, I am not sure of many. I have been in some local tournament in Delhi. There are hardly any people watching, so that's another thing. But I can give you state leagues in, say, Manipur, Shillong, Kerala, Kolkata getting very good crowd, not I League, not ISL, the States League. Sevens in Kerala gets very good crowd. Cape in Bengal gets very good crowd. So I think it's the way you want to see. And again, two are the rising sports. We can't compare it. And again, one is individual sport and one is team sport. So तो team आप अगर आपको PV सिंधु इंडिविजुअल हैं, एक स्पोर्ट्स खेलती हैं, बट देयर द टीम्स आर प्लेइंग इन फुटबॉल, सो वो थोड़ा डिफरेंट हो जाता है. Apple TV will broadcasting MLS in US from next season, and production quality will increase manifolds. Can we expect better production quality for I League? Now we have so many sports channel. I think एक और myth है कलेश सिंह बेस्ड इंडिया में कि production is done by channels in India. आपको बता दूं, even if it is IPL, production is done by BCCI, not by Star Sports, not by Sony. Things around production, sometimes commentary, pre-match, post-match show, highlights package are done by the broadcaster. But match video production, broadcast production is done by the BCCI, not by Star Sports, Sony, Viacom 18, whoever is going to take the rights. That's one thing. Another second thing is even for ISL, production is done by FSDL. I League, production is done by AIFF, they outsource it to the third party company of course. So production का channel से कोई लेना देना नहीं होता है, वो आपको मैं clearly बता दूँ. तो give an example, प्रीमियर लीग का प्रोडक्शन प्रीमियर लीग करती है, उसके डिफरेंट फीड्स बनती हैं. एक वर्ल्ड फीड होती है जो इंडिया में आती है, एक स्काई स्पोर्ट्स की फीड होती है जो यूके बेस्ड होती है, देन देयर इज अ फीड फॉर यूएस आल्सो. मेन फीड सेम होता है जो वर्ल्ड वाइड चलता है. ऑफ कोर्स स्काई एंड बीटी हैव सम डिफरेंट टेक दे यूज फॉर देयर ब्रॉडकास्टिंग, वो चेंज होता है. तो प्रोडक्शन का चैनल से कोई लेने देना नहीं है बाय द वे. तो ये क्लियर कर दूं डाउट आपका. Don't think India should play more friendly with higher ranked teams before Asian Cup to perform better? Not just perform better, to get improve our ranking. If our ranking improve, we will be, we will be kind of in the better pots, not in the pot 4. I think India's aim should be to get in the pot 3rd. Any update on VAR on cricket like review system? I think FIFA is working over it. Last season, VAR had major issues in Premier League, and some fields. The expert feels Premier League referees are old to learn the new tech. I was talking to a couple of people who worked in Premier League, and the VR had a decent success in say La Liga and Bundesliga. Let's see how it goes in the World Cup, because World Cup VR was decent. It's been issue with the club football, and I think they're trying to improve it. And I think we are not going to the cricket-like system where clubs going to where a team is going to review it. I think it will be likely to be the same format we are going to see it. उसमें ज़्यादा changes नहीं होने वाले. Vikram Hore, and thank you for very much for 40 rupees super chat. India is building any new football stadium? Please answer. India is not building, of course. The AFF is building the National Football Excellence Center. Kind of a 70-80% work is done. It's more of a training base for the Indian national women's team, men's team, youth teams in Kolkata. Hopefully, we will see more and more pictures out of from very soon. Will Mumbai City go to another foreign striker, or Mumbai City done attacking side foreign signing? I think they are kind of a not done. I have to check what they have done. So just wait. Vasquez have joined FC Goa. Somebody's asking again and again. Update on Diaz, similar like last week. Club Kela Vlasic is waiting for him to get his release from his parent club. Are there any preparatory camp going for upcoming Asian Cup qualifiers of under 17 or there's a question mark end on आपके वीडियो. आप under 17 के लिए पूछ रहे हो, किसके लिए पूछ रहे हो? Yeah, please come to CMAC interview. Somebody said the main title of the video. So let's talk about. I think he has clearly given a message to follow our motto. CMAC in warning in AFF to FSGL and government. I went to the article. Of course, he talked about that. When he given time, he has done well. I agree. Sometimes I disagree. When he came, initial result were not good. I told fans on this channel, and it is on record. Videos आप पुराने देख सकते हैं. That only way we can judge him at the end of these when India the Asian Cup qualifies. If India qualifies, all well, he has done well. If India doesn't qualify, then we can say that it was a very bad appointment. So I think overall, I've been very critical of him, of his selections, of his playing style, of his interviews in past. But I think hands up, we have to say that he has done well to get India to qualify. But we have to see the draw which he got. I think Hong Kong, Cambodia, Afghanistan are not that challenging, by the way, and we should be winning against these teams. Not just today, we should be winning against them 3 years, 4 years, 1 year before also. Playing at home has helped Indian team for sure. That's one thing. So I think is CMAC right to take all the credit for it, that it's him and his coaching staff has done well? I think the situation overall have to be also the scenario. When Stephen Constantine qualified for the AFC Asian Cup in a similar route, in a similar way, they played home and away, by the way. It was not just won 3 games. It was a longer group. We played home and away in each and every group. So I think that's another you have to see. But India has qualified, so that's one thing. But in both the time outcome are same. And again, I felt CMAC kind of telling journalists and everybody, see, I took India to Asia Cup. It's a big achievement. It's an achievement. We were there last time also. That we should be there now, especially considering Asia Cup is 24 teams. So I think ऐसे point out करना कि India's qualified for World Cup, I think it's bad on his behalf. He has done his job, no doubt over it. But again, he can't say critics are wrong to ask questions to him. And his statement in recent time that India lacks football knowledge, then maybe we can say people appointed him also lacks football knowledge, because they have a better profile when he was appointed. So I think ये चीजें बोलना is not a good on his behalf. He has get his team qualified. Be humble. Of course, you can always target your critics, but say, there question mark over it. Let's see, I took India to the AFC Asian Cup. Now give me chance to build this team for the AFC Asian Cup. He kind of went in a very aggressive mode and say, beat FSDL, IFF or government, be aware of the Indian national team. We represent India. If there is ambition in the country to think where we can be, they must follow our motto. That's fine, but you can't tell the government, do this. Send the team to Croatia for a training camp, give me 20 crores, I want to do this. I think that's not how the democracy work. By the way, there are systems for everything. It's not that Indian government has not supported him. He paid very hefty salary, by the way, by the Indian government only. So I think ऐसा बोलना, target Indian government to ISL to AFF, I will not say anything because they are his boss, so he can say whatever he wants. But I think Indian government have been supportive of Indian team in recent time. The SAI and everything, they have given camps India whenever they need. So I think I will come into the ISL part also to tell clubs, that you have to play the players who are the national team. So like an example, सुभाषिश बोस की बात कर लेते हैं या प्रीतम कोटाल की बात कर लेते हैं टू गिव एन एग्जांपल, प्रीतम कोटाल, इवन आशुतोष मेहता, चलो आप आईएसएल में हैं, एटीके मोहन बगान में है, अभी एक हाइपोथेटिकल सिचुएशन ले लेते हैं, इज ए नेशनल टीम, आशीष राय नेशनल टीम में नहीं है, एटीके मोहन बगान ने आशीष राय को साइन किया है बाय गिविंग अ वेरी बिग ट्रांसफर फी एंड दे हैव आशुतोष मेहता प्लेइंग हु इज इन द नेशनल टीम कैंप. Now CMAC wants these national team player to play irrespective of whatever their status of the team. So will club like ATK Mohun drop Ashish Rai just to play Ashutosh Mehta because national team coach wants it? No, I think that's not how club football works. They are spending money for different, of course we understand, we are all sentiments towards our country, we want national team to do well, but we can't force clubs to do, just because national team coach wants to do that. तो एक चीज़ ये है, and he just said कि players are trying to save my job. I came here for less salary than what was my market price. I had to offer from others to have better paid jobs than I saw in India. He didn't have the job when he came to India, by the way, and he had influence when he came for the India coach selection also. He was kind of given privilege, for various interviews. So some coaches have kind of claim that they were not given enough opportunities to present their vision and everything. So I think ये चीज़ बोलना कि मेरे पास I came for a less salary, still his salary is better than Indian coaches are getting, and Indian coaches got in past. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि इनको peanut butter हम दे रहे हैं यहाँ पे, अच्छी salary दे रहे हैं, ऐसा भी of course we can't say that he's paid as similar as the Premier League coaches, but CMAC was not wanted by Premier League coaches when he came to India. So I think another say, so if you want more salary, you can leave now. You have got India to the Asian Cup. Say, tell the clubs who are giving you the deal earlier, see, I have a better profile now. I have took the India to the Asian Cup. Give me the job. So ऐसा नहीं है. And then when he came in to say that if I want to stay in the future, if I'm here, the league must start when I say, for as many days when I think the national team need to prepare well. People in India and other federation need to follow my thoughts, what the teams need to go up and higher. The players who are chosen by us must play in the clubs. इस स्टेटमेंट से तो मैं कतई एग्री नहीं करता हूँ, ठीक है, and this is my personal opinion, nothing to do with my platform and everything. I don't agree that that he should decide when the league start. He should decide that club should play the players he wants. Both have a different motive. Clubs are there for different purpose. AFF is there for different purpose. National team coach are there for different purpose. He's saying now, I League should not have foreigners. आप तो बोलते हो आई लीग में इंडियन प्लेयर्स तो है ही नहीं किसी काम के नेशनल टीम के, तो लेट आई लीग डू व्हाट दे वांट टू डू इट. अगर इस टाइम पे आई लीग क्लब्स ऐसे क्लब के अगेंस्ट खेलें, सिर्फ इंडियन प्लेयर्स के साथ खेलेंगे, एंड देन ISL clubs will and fans will boost. I-League is not a good league. To give an example, कल के दिन ISL club relegate होता है, उनके पास foreign players हैं multi-year contract में. What they will do with foreign players if they can't play those foreign players in I-League, to give an example. तो ये सारी चीजें हैं, technically वो sound नहीं करती हैं. And then he said, we need a better communication between clubs and AFF. I tried my best. Had great relationship with the managers of the ISL clubs, but exchanging information for me is important. It's important to be in connection with club coaches to provide individual working plans for players so that they can improve. I hope coaches this year will get more time to work individually with Indian players who need to more time to get to the level I want to them at. So एक और इसका बताता हूँ. During the SAF championship, was told by the the Indian national team players that the training level at the national team and at their club are not the same level. National team, the level goes down. So what Steamac want to say about that? Of course, and these are told by the senior players when I figure it out that and there were high rumors of Steamac getting sacked that time. And that time also I did a show and I told that senior players felt and took a control of the team during the SAF championship. So I think again clubs का motive and role अलग है, national team का motive and role अलग है. And then when you ask about I-League, he said, in ISL there is 3+1 rule, but we need to reduce foreign players altogether from I-League going forward. If you want to go forward, need players playing as strikers or forwards, then centre backs. We don't have many centre backs. We need centre backs also. I-League clubs also goes to the AFC Cup, so they should have 4 foreigners at least. That's the same thing I want to say. I think if they continue to go to the AFC, I don't want my clubs to be weak in Asian club competition. They should have minimum same number of foreigners as we have in the AFC. So I think again another statement I don't agree. Reducing foreign players, I-League is already kind of a not that good product. If you remove quality foreign players who have made the league competitive, it might go totally a downward. And again, once ISL club get relegated to I-League, the quality for them also, they might struggle in terms of development. The competition might not be there because they started signing good players. ISL clubs and I-League club don't have top Indian players. So I think again to say that I-League should not have foreigner at all. It is possible if if you don't give I-League a AFC Cup spot. If you give I-League a AFC Cup spot, I think they should have the foreigners. I need a reason why there's a need of foreign. I have given the reason. This reason they're representing India in the Asia. Till they represent India in the Asia, they should have foreign players. Totally agree. I will give you 100 reasons. I have given one reason for sure. We need to start thinking about the future. We are 8-10 years late in the development phase. 8-10 years behind the top 8 Asian country. How we'll get there when we want to there? So let's wake up. I think why he's not talking about India under 23 team. He's also the coach of India under 23 team. What's his plan for the Indian 23 team? He should talk about that also, because that's also part of development situation for the Indian football and Indian national team. When he's asked about the contract situation, he said, I'm not getting into what is right or wrong. I'm just talking about the timing at such important time, such thing is happening. Is anything normal? He said we had no talk to time out contracts. We don't even have a board right now. Nobody thought about that drama could affect the players. I think the situation of the head coach contract affecting the players. I'm not heard anything about the players from saying that they are getting affected from the club coach contract. It's good. It's the contract is a put situation for the coaches to be under pressure to perform well. So I think that's one thing I want to talk about. So ये चीज हो गई है. Now and what's your views about the interview? I agree to some point. Of course, the AFF should have a plan, better communication. To give an example of the communication, there was a meeting between FSDL, ISL, clubs, AFF and the national team coach before the start of the previous season, and they were given a specific window when the clubs will be allowed to send their players for the national team games and everything. And that change eventually, but वो plan पहले ही communicate कर दिया था club के national team coach के साथ. So not sure which this lack of communication have come from. Previous season में तो communication हुआ था, उससे पहले का I'm not sure. This is the weakest group drawn in and we are unable to dominate possession of 85% around the box, dictating play with creating numerous clear cut chances. We did. Then Steamac should talk. Ashish bhai, last year Jamshedpur the city has improved a lot before to come Jamshedpur. Ranchi bus route was bad, but now just 2-hour journey from metro city. I think that's see. I think will AFC consider Ranchi airport as a airport for Jamshedpur? I think there's a criteria. I have to check through the club licensing criteria of the airport. How many kilometers the airport need to be from the the airport to stadium, especially. What do you think AFF should do for September window, friendlies or intercontinental cup? I think can we do the Kings Cup like tournament where we get 2 teams to have come in India, or even 4 teams have a semi-final and final. That will give you 2 friendlies, quality teams, a tournament for fans to enjoy. Not a typical Nehru Cup or intercontinental format. Have a 2, because international friendlies give you more points in the international window. So that's my reason, why I want to do it that way. Can we have 20 team in ISL and I League in future? Do we have a good 40 teams? I can't see 20 team in ISL till 2030. I think we're still not that level of Indian players are available to have a 20 top team in top division. I think ideally we should have 15 or 16 teams in next 4-5 years, not more than that. Is there any preparatory camp for upcoming AFC Asian Cup qualifiers for under 17, under 19? There is a preparatory camp definitely is going to be there for both the under 19 and under 20, under 17 Asian Cup. आपका question mark आ रहा है. I'm not sure why. Stimac wanted to be FA president indirectly, says JR Tamil. No, I asked why not play whole year to under. I think that's the way. School leagues होनी चाहिए वैसे ही. क्यों नहीं होते हैं? There's a reason. There's exams of students going on. बच्चे पढ़ते भी हैं. एक reason वो है. Infrastructure की कमी भी है. Second reason, you know, and availability of clubs in every zones are also there. To give an example, North zone में दिल्ली में clubs हैं. फिर आपको जम्मू जाना पड़ता है या कश्मीर जाना पड़ेगा या पंजाब जाना पड़ेगा. So how they can manage the travel for these kids? Cost is also there for these clubs to occur. अगर बच्चों को इधर उधर लेके जाएं तो बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं उस चीज़ के लिए, तो वो इसलिए नहीं होते हैं. बट आई थिंक यू नो अगेन अंडर 13 अंडर 12 किड्स को लेके से दिल्ली से अगर कोई क्लब है चेन्नई जाना, इट्स नॉट इजी रेगुलरली. तो जोन वाइज ही हो सकता है, बट उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करने के लिए स्ट्रेटेजी प्लान चाहिए, बच्चों के एग्जाम्स देखने पड़ते हैं, तो वो बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं. बट लेट्स सी इफ यू कैन ब्रिंग द ओल्ड स्ट्रक्चर बैक, तो देन वी कैन होप दैट वी कैन improve that structure also. Any update on Odisha FC domestic player? Marcus said there will be some surprise addition in domestic area. I think Vinit Rai replacement they have inside the club, but of course they are talking to few domestic players I'm aware of who are available in the market. I think I will have some domestic players updates, not just for Odisha FC, overall update in this upcoming weeks. I think talks are in advanced stage. Once the East Bengal situation also gets sorted out, that you know when they can sign contracts and all, then we'll see more movement in the market right now. Any new foreign in Mumbai City? I think they are working over their players, Mumbai City FC, but still nothing concrete I have at this stage. Jamshedpur FC can consider Cuttack Cricket Stadium. I think that's interesting. Will they consider Cuttack or they consider Kolkata Salt Lake Stadium or Guwahati Stadium? That's the another thing, you know. I think they might consider Salt Lake Stadium near to Jamshedpur. Any shortlist foreign players of BFC? They are getting their target players. I think 2 ISL players who played in ISL are in talks with them. So at this stage, but not done. Any Indian player going abroad? Indian player, not the men's player, women's players 2 or 3, 2 at least will be at the foreign club for sure. Kerala Blaster foreign signing update, bro. Please answer asking this from beginning of the live. Bharat, Pereira Dice, we all aware about, you know, the situation of him, and Kerala Blaster hunt for the foreign striker. There is I think there is 2 Spanish striker. They have been talks. So that's one thing. Roy Krishna, of course, we are aware of interest, but that interest is kind of is at not that serious level, the level the social media accounts have generated, that you know it is done, blah blah blah. I think it is not that serious level at this stage. But 2 foreign strikers from Spain, not Spanish though, one is Spanish, but 2 foreign strikers who played in Spain were kind of a shortlisted, and with whom Kerala Blaster are talking right now, but not done at this stage. FC गोवा साइनिंग यार अभी तो कल ही आपको अपडेट दिया है आइकर का, सो अभी तो ज़्यादा अपडेट नहीं है. CBSE ICSE स्टेट बोर्ड के साथ मिलकर एक नेशनल लीग बनाना चाहिए, जोनल लेवल, स्टेट लेवल, नेशनल लेवल. होता है CBSE का अपना जोनल होता है. मैं DAV स्कूल में था तो मैंने वो भी CBSE जोनल भी खेले हैं, और DAV के खुद का भी होता है, तो वो होता है. बट अगेन who will do that? You know, that's important, but that's where IFF need to come. And I think only way youth football can be developed in India is with the help of the schools. I have been to various schools and I have seen all the schools have football grounds, because that's the easier for them to maintain and organize instead of cricket ground or badminton ground. Individual sports के कम होते हैं, team sports like football जहाँ सिर्फ एक football चाहिए खेलने के लिए वो होते हैं. तो I think if they it is easiest way to implement, but होता नहीं है. That's another question. होता क्यों नहीं है वो मैं बता नहीं सकता आपको. Because Yanuman, Himanshu Jangra will play, come to ASEAN. I think young players in demand, under contract, transfer fees, वो बहुत सारे situations हैं, तो अभी तक कोई confirmation update नहीं है. I am hearing that Bahrain withdraw from hosting under 17 Asia Cup. Could India jump into hosting under Asia Cup? I think I will like to India qualify for the under 17 Asia Cup just like the last time we have done. I think that's my point. Hosting tournaments will not help because that means the qualifiers के लिए आप ज़्यादा serious नहीं होते because last time we played qualifiers even we hosted. So I think still I want to my boys to go and play in the tough situation away from home. That will be better instead of hosting. Heard that Kerala are close to sign a centre back from I League. Is that true? I have to check. Pranav, I will ask and let you know. Why Mumbai City not playing in Navi Mumbai? Navi Mumbai, good stadium. Then Shivaji Stadium. Shivaji. Lot of national team matches are playing there. I still feel D.Y. Patil you are talking about. I think I still feel Mumbai Football Arena is a better stadium for them. It's a compact stadium for football. Looks good. Fans can enjoy the football. It looks like a football-centric stadium, and there is opportunity to kind of build the stadium in a long term instead of D.Y. Patil. It's a proper cricket stadium. So I think I would like to, if you ask me personally, to play at Mumbai Football Arena or do something with Cooperage Stadium. If they can do something with that, and that will be fantastic. It is a historic ground, and I think if they can do something with Cooperage, that will be great. Build it for the youth team maybe. It's in good state, of course. When the FIFA project के through बनाया था, but I think it has scope for the improvement. AFF should buy good broadcasting cameras and cameramans on match day. There should be not blackouts on match days. Channel should not tell we did not get feed. I-League will get better viewership, says Kumar Reddy. And that's my point is, channels have no fault. If they get feed, they will show the matches. There was some question of Riju. Is there any change in recruitment plan for Kerala Blasters since they were unable to sign someone like Akash Mishra or Jerry and sign from I-League? Can we expect money going into something like Sohair? I think Akash Mishra was not wanted by Kerala Blaster, by the way. That one thing, as of now, Hyderabad FC not going to release him for nothing less than say a crore or more than a transfer fee, and they are not going to sell both Ashish and Akash Mishra in the same window. So I have not heard of Kerala's interest over Akash Mishra. That's one thing. Jerry Lawrence-Ora, of course, he's available in the market. East Bengal have made inquiry. There are two more ISL club who made inquiry, but he's still not signed anywhere. So that for sure. So if Kerala Blaster need a left back, I think they can go for Jerry Lawrence-Ola, and I think he's one of my favorite left back. I have said it again and again, and I feel he has the potential to be top left back. In recent time, of course, his form has gone down, but you can say Chennai FC overall, player recruitment and everything has not been that. Coaches, of course, changes again and again have not helped him. So let's see where he go next. He is available in the market. That's definitely for sure, and I think still not done anywhere. So if Kerala Blaster wants Jerry Lawrence-Ola, they can still get him as a free agent. North East की foreign update तो कुछ नहीं है यार अभी तक. Arindam, I think still the coach need to get done. Once it is done, then only foreign form की updates होती हैं. Can you elaborate on the AFF next president election process once constitution is adopted, said Munal? So I think any election simple. I think उसके लिए एक notice आएगा. They will ask all the state federations to be notified. फिर नॉमिनेशन होगा, नॉमिनेशन करेंगे. नॉमिनेशन के लिए वेरी सिंपल है. ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं चले जाऊँ, मैं अपने आप को नॉमिनेट कर सकता हूँ, या टू गिव एन एग्जांपल ऐसा नहीं है कि रंजीत बजाज चले जाए, हम अपने आप को नॉमिनेट कर सकते हैं. नहीं, यू नीड टू पार्ट ऑफ द स्टेट फेडरेशंस बिफोर यू कैन गेट नॉमिनेटेड. सो नॉमिनेशन के लिए देखिए, मैं नाम बताता हूँ. हेनरी मेनेस जा सकते हैं फ्रॉम विफा, टू गिव एन एग्जांपल. सुब्रता दत्ता फ्रॉम IFA जा सकते हैं. साजी प्रभाकरन जा सकते हैं फुटबॉल दिल्ली से. सेम और भी जो हैं अपने स्टेट फेडरेशन वो जा सकते हैं. दैट्स वन थिंग. उसके अलावा फिर नॉमिनेशन जब वो फाइल हो जाएगा, उसके बाद वोटिंग होगी. वोटिंग के लिए सिंपल है, हर स्टेट का अपना वोट होता है तो वोट करेंगे. एंड वोटिंग के बाद जो जीतेगा वो प्रेसिडेंट बन जाएगा. सो वही प्रोसेस है, कोई इतना कॉम्प्लिकेटेड नहीं है. अंडर 17 टीम इज गोइंग टू प्ले स्वीडन एंड नीदरलैंड. एनी अपडेट ऑन मेंस अंडर 17? अभी तक कोई कंफर्म अपडेट नहीं है. वी हैव टू वेट फॉर दैट. आदित्य ठाकरे एज AFF प्रेसिडेंट, another politician, I think I think he's done well in Mumbai, by the way, especially Mumbai Football Arena को उन्होंने जिस तरह renovate किया, सब कुछ किया है. So will not oppose it, but again I am not sure that he will be there. I think I will like to have a president who has his full focus only on football. It should not be like a second or third or fourth job for him. So I think that's my only priority right now. Don't have any issue with say politician or anything, because president is not going to run the federation on day-to-day basis. It's general secretary, it will be the people who are signed on, who are given salaries and all. President will follow the draft constitution, given by COA. So I think that's the thing. So people who are inside the federations, the league CEO, general secretary, national team CEO and all, those are the people. So those will be hired by the president. So if president is serious about football, he will hire good people to run all this stuff. So I think that's how the thing can change. Bitching for the president, I think why not? Any youth league next season for MAFF, many ISL clubs starting youth league trials. I think it will be there. Under 13, under 15, under 18, I think these three category the leagues will be there for sure, boys and girls. Girls I'm not sure how big, but then boys the previous जैसे पहले होता था वैसे ही होगा. What's your thoughts on organizing youth league with I League and ISL reserve teams? वैसे ही होता है अभी भी. I League की टीम्स खेलती हैं, साथ में अकेडमीज खेलती हैं, डेम्पो स्पोर्टिंग ये सब खेलती आ रही है, सेसा बाइचिंग बूटिया सॉकर स्कूल्स खेलते हैं, ISL क्लब्स के कुछ यूथ टीम्स खेलती हैं, नॉट ऑल ISL क्लब यूथ टीम्स वो खेलते हैं, वैसे ही होता है. Ashish, at least tell the confirmed foreign players and crucial Indian players who are staying at Jamshedpur FC. I'm worried about Peter. Peter hardly will stay. Ishan will stay. I think Dinlana will stay. Ritvik will stay. Only thing is Chima. I'm not sure, but I think he should be staying for sure. He was set to stay. I'm not sure if anything has changed in recent time. वो check करना पड़ेगा. Why East Bengal releases player like Mohammad Rafiq when they don't have any good Indian players? They're not releasing Mohammad Rafiq. Mohammad Rafiq just had a 1-year deal with them. So once the deal is done, he's leaving the club. HK Monmagan, Australian signing not done, so can't say anything right now. Is Ujanta staying at Bengaluru? He's staying at Bengaluru FC. Sir, what do you think? Which is better, Star or Sports 18 or Sports Sony? I think मैं टीवी पे मैचेस देखता नहीं हूँ. हॉटस्टार पे स्ट्रीमिंग क्वालिटी इज बैड. I have liked the Sony Live streaming quality at this stage. So मैं Sony Live के साथ जाऊंगा. मुझे चैंपियंस लीग के मैचेस बेटर दिखते हैं, हाई डेफिनेशन दिखते हैं कंपेयर टू हॉटस्टार. हॉटस्टार का 1080p सिर्फ पेपर पे है पर लगता नहीं है 1080p देख रहे हैं, 480p को आप स्केल अप करके देख रहे हो. आई एम नॉट श्योर स्पोर्ट्स 18 जो वाईकॉम 18 के प्लान्स क्या है. विल दे कंटिन्यू विद वूट द लास्ट आई ओनली काइंड ऑफ exclusively revealed that Viacom set to launch their sports channels very first on this channel only, by the way. People who reports on Twitter, they know there's a tweets are there when I discuss about the Viacom 18 launching their channel and everything way before it came into the mainstream media. The last I was told they were going to launch their app also. सो वो ऐप पे डिपेंड करता है. जब वो ऐप देखेंगे तब मैं बोल सकता हूँ कि कौन बेटर है. मुझे नहीं लगता कि अब टीवी को इतनी वैल्यू मिलने वाली है गोइंग हेड, टीवी चैनल्स को, सैटेलाइट चैनल्स को, बिकॉज मेजॉरिटी टीवी जो आ रहे हैं स्मार्ट टीवीज दे आर कमिंग विद डिजिटल एप्स and everything is going digital. If you see IPL की bidding भी देखेंगे, it's same, the money given for satellites टीवी इज सेम ऑफ डिजिटल टीवी. तो पेनिट्रेशन जो डिजिटल टीवी डिजिटल का होगा वो ज़्यादा बड़ा होने वाला है इन अपकमिंग डेज. मुझे लगता है स्मार्टफोन सबके पास होने वाला है. आई एम नॉट श्योर सैटेलाइट टीवी, सेट टॉप बॉक्स सबके पास होगा आने वाला. तो आई थिंक इट्स मोर ऑफ ऐप के टाइम पर मैं देखूंगा. ऑन टीवी आई लाइक स्टार स्पोर्ट्स क्वालिटी बाय द वे. जो टीवी जो मतलब सैटेलाइट टीवी पे आता है ओवर सोनीज. आई हैव नॉट सीन स्पोर्ट्स 18 अभी तक टीवी पे मैंने देखा नहीं है. Why Nishu is always injured? Nowadays he only plays 6 games. Now he became injury prone players. What are thoughts on Nishu's problem? I think उनका एक जो पिछला इंजरी हुआ था वो इंजरी नहीं था, एक नी की कंडीशन थी which was a very complicated condition. He treat हुआ, he come back, played some games and then did okay in those games, didn't play in favorable position. So I think sometime ऐसी situation आ जाती है प्लेयर्स के साथ, जानबूझ के कोई प्लेयर इंजर्ड नहीं होना चाहता. So that's one thing, and hopefully if this season he can play regularly, I think we'll see better Nishu for sure. Pereira Diaz wants to stay. Kerala wants him to sign, but depends on if he can get a release from his parent club. So that's only the thing on that. ISL club should send their under 18 and 23 to I League second division. Beside ISL development is far better. Game time like 30 match in a season. That's the long term plan. Vikram Hore, don't worry. How long it will take to sign a final agreement between Imami and East Bengal? I think East Bengal wants to sign it. Just Imami has not agreed for the terms and conditions of the final contract. So वो उस पे बात चल रही है. JJ don't have any update on JJ. सुब्रतो कप आई थिंक इट विल बी देयर. एयरफोर्स जो करता है वो होगा, डोंट वरी. सुब्रतो कप आई थिंक ऑफ कोर्स बिकॉज ऑफ कोविड थिंग्स गॉट स्टॉल, बट आई थिंक सुब्रतो कप विल बी हैपनिंग वेरी in this season. So released the SK Sahil moved to Jamshedpur FC just 2 seasons ago. He was a hot property. Now his transfers went under. What are your thoughts on the player and his last 2 seasons? Just like he did very well at Mohan Bagan, one of their favorite player against Shubha Ghosh था वहाँ पे, Shubha Paul sorry, Shubha Ghosh and SK Sahil both did well in the Cubu. And I think really like the kind of a midfielder you need in number 6 position. Let's see how well he do at Jamshedpur FC and can be a good candidate to come to national team. But national team midfield competition बहुत ज़्यादा है. अगर आपने अब तक वीडियो लाइक नहीं किया, एक बार हिट ऑफ कोर्स डिडंट हैव एनी न्यूज़ टू ब्रेक, बट ऑफ कोर्स good to do the regular videos to discuss your questions. There are some drugs allegation on Aditya Thackeray, so I don't want politicians sons or on allegations. तो आप सबके against रहते हैं, but until this is proven in Indian judiciary system, you can't blame anybody. And especially politicians के against ये चीजें होती ही रहती हैं. I'm not supporting, I'm just telling the way it happened. Any Santosh Trophy Kerala players joining Kerala Blaster? Not heard as of now that any Santosh Trophy player to Kerala Blaster, but of course those players are on in demand. Sorry if I learned what the current situation of CMAC. I think technical committee को बैठना पड़ेगा. Technical committee है नहीं बैठने के लिए to give you a new contract, but I think still have a contract till next couple of months, so I think it will shorted very soon. And discuss about the situation if you want to control the. I don't agree with them that he can't control I-League, ISL and everything. He should be controlling his national team, their selection, their preparation, their camp, their friendlies. But I think he should not have anything say in how ISL and I-League should be played and should be structured. Thus, ISL broadcast should go to Sony for better promotion quality. What are your thoughts? You can't. People underestimate Star promotion. By the way, Star have way far better promotion than Sony's able to promote games. By the way, to give an example, the way Star promotes in their bouquet of channels is way different than Sony. Star की promotion better है. You have seen with the league, with the Pro Kabaddi League, with ISL, they are going for years now. What about the leagues which started and which went to Sony? बहुत सारी लीग्स हैं जो सोनी पे गई और बंद हो गई हैं, तो वो चीज़ें देखनी पड़ेंगी. आई थिंक समटाइम पीपल अंडरएस्टिमेट द स्टार एबिलिटी टू प्रमोट गेम. सर माय फेवरेट स्पोर्ट्स रेटिंग देन सोनी एंड देन स्टार डज जीरो मार्केटिंग हॉकी, टेनिस एंड बैडमिंटन बिकॉज स्टार फोकस ऑन IPL and cricket. That's the product which makes them money. That's why they don't do marketing for hockey and badminton and everything. It's just there on their pool of their deals which they have. I heard about Vipin Mohan of Kerala Blaster, who was a known to Indian, last to offer my ISL I-League club. Is he get a promotion to first team or will join another team? पर now I will check. अगर आप ग्रेट आप ट्विटर मुझे DM भी कर दें नाम प्लेयर्स का, because these are the specific player which we need to check. How many foreign players should be in the pitch? 3+1. I think 3+1. I am the fan of 3+1. I think that should be the minimum because 4 players are enough for the clubs to play, and then of course you can have a couple of foreigners in the bench to change the game if you want. CFC foreign retain update. We'll have something on next week. Coach is talking to the players before they can sign them. I think thank you guys for joining in. Finalize the Sunday. Notice coach. I think they're 3 kind of a coach they have shortlisted, but I'm not sure they have finalized the one as of now. I know this is a football show, but how realistic is goal to host 2036 Olympics? I think depending on the city we have, Olympics will be hosted by one city. Ahmedabad have been pitched as a city to host it. By the time 2036, Ahmedabad bullet train to Mumbai will be functional. That's one thing. Ahmedabad is building lots of sporting infrastructure. That's another thing. So it's not very unrealistic, by the way, but the level of hosting required to host Olympic Games are at different level. Commonwealth Games happen in India and we see lots of scam at one games we hosted in recent time. So I think, but Olympics, it's at different level. But I think considering Delhi, the kind of because of pollution, population, the traffic and everything, we can't host in Delhi. Who are the other cities who can host? Who can have multiple sporting infra at this time? So I think Ahmedabad is building lots of sports infra in recent times. So I think Ahmedabad have that one thing. I think maybe we can host in one state instead of one city. Say Mumbai, Pune, Navi Mumbai, they can host it together. But Olympics generally is hosted by one city. So I'm not sure how India can do it. But I think it's not way unrealistic right now. KFC domestic signing, Bhaiya Bharat, we'll have some update on KFC domestic signing. Don't worry about it. What is the current situation of VP Swear? Is Kellogg's is still on the race? They're still working on this deal of VP Swear, so I think don't worry. But I think it will take time to get him done very soon. To get it done, it is not going to be done very soon for sure. Which is the stadium has best football pitch? Has the Indian team home stadium Salt Lake Kalinga Stadium pitch looks very bad? Why didn't they improving that? I think in recent time Fatauda's pitch have been very good, which is maintained by FSDL because 2 ISL happened there. Same with I think Bengaluru pitch is also very good. Kanadiya Stadium pitch. I think Guwahati's pitch was very underrated by the way by the fans. In recent time. Kochi has decently okay pitch since cricket is kind of not played there now. But I think I really like Guwahati's pitch in recent time because of the weather and everything. Is easy to maintain pitch in Guwahati than any other place. Do you think STMAC can do better on Qatar, Belarus like countries? I felt India have been. I think STMAC has a mixed campaign altogether as an Indian coach, but I think you have to give him credit. India has qualified, so we can't say that can he do better. Ultimate goal was to qualify for the E57 Cup. I don't give any damn to what India has done in the friendly match against Belarus. Of course, it gave us a good amount of where we teams stand. Now it's important to play the quality FIFA friendly to improve our FIFA ranking. Sir, Ahmedabad, nahi Bangalore or Mumbai are front runners to host Olympic. I don't think so. Sarvesh Pandey, I was in touch with a couple of people inside. They are projecting Ahmedabad as a place to host Olympics by the way, and it's because of the political reason also. So Bangalore और मुंबई मुझे नहीं लगता फ्रंट रनर है Olympics host करने के लिए. अगर आप मेरे से पूछोगे तो any chance of Ranjit Bhai for AFF president nomination list? Don't think so. He should be part of the state federation before he can be nominated. Views on Super Paul? I think मैं यंग प्लेयर्स के लिए एक ही व्यू है. मैं बोलता आता हूँ कि sometime they said that too early they want to play into the ISL. Of course, he's getting good exposure with the Bayern and World Squad. I think still he should stay with Sudeva. If Sudeva can send him Spain to their sister concert club, I think that will be better for him to instead of coming into ISL and be in the fringes of ISL. So I think that, and he's a talented player by the way. So I hope he will stay in I League or go to the foreign club. Should not come to ISL this early. Still need more playing time to develop himself. STMAC talks a lot after small achievements with Utpal. Trans Stadium is a good football stadium in Ahmedabad. And there is a video of Trans Stadium you can watch in this channel. And that's another stadium I really want to watch football. Any news about next year hosting Olympic conference in Mumbai? I think it will be confirmed that India will host the Olympic conference in Mumbai, and that's another big step towards hosting Olympic games in India in long term. Yash Bhatt का सवाल था. BFC replacement of Silva, they wanted Korai Krishna for the coach appointment, but still no confirmed news on their thought process behind signing or not signing the Roy Krishna. So let's see. Guys, thank you very much for joining in. शायद एक midweek एक show हो सकता है next midweek पर Friday 6 PM Inside Indian Football जरूर होगा. I know there was not many major updates in this show today because last night only broke 2 big transfer news which were falling for the weeks. वो 2 आई हैं. During the week I think कुछ transfer news आ सकती है during the weekend. So stay tuned on khelna.com. There's lots of sporting action going on. Basketball game under 16 का FIBA का चल रहा है, वो भी आप देखते रहिए, इंडिया को सपोर्ट करते रहिए. I think there should be some transfer news, especially for domestic players in next 3-4 days. So stay tuned. कहीं से भी आ सकती है, but stay tuned. खेलना social media handle to know whenever we can. We have a confirmation. We'll share the news as soon as possible. So thank you guys for joining in. I will see you again on Friday 6 PM at this channel with another episode of Inside.